Medfield, Medford, Medway. Their names sound alike, but put the wrong one into your GPS and you might wind up in trouble. Especially because Medford is nowhere near its fellow Meds.
It's just that small hometown feel, but in a big city environment. Born and raised in Medford, I probably will never leave.
Within this city of 65,000, the Nappy family has carved out their own little nook. Nappy's restaurant is packed with small tables and big personalities.
I eat here every day pretty much, except for Monday because they're closed, and Sunday because they're closed.
Scott Cutler started coming here when it was a butcher shop.
Back then it was homemade sausages and cold cuts. As it evolved into sandwiches, I mean, people went crazy.
One day we just had these regulars come in for lunch that wanted to stay a little later. So my parents accommodated and cooked them dinner, and eventually it just caught on and it just transformed into a restaurant from there.
Joe and Anna Nappy are still in the kitchen years later, preparing whatever their diners request. And it really is the customer's choice because there is no menu.
We have chicken, veal, eggplant, swordfish, haddock, salmon.
Instead, servers rattle off an extensive list of options from sauces,
Bolognese sauce, pesto, vodka,
to pastas,
fresh fusilli and fettuccine, as well as ravioli, tortelloni,
and even specials.
I got tripe, which nobody's gonna order, but they make the best tripe. If you like tripe, this is where to come.
My dad didn't want to tie anybody down into a specific menu. If someone likes something in particular, he'll try to invent something or make something that they want, you know? Once they come in once, we make them feel like home. I mean, they're just family.
I think there's a real civic pride in Medford, both a pride that this is my community and a lot of service orientation of community members.
Patrick Heron sees that in action as executive director of the Mystic River Watershed Association. The organization partners with communities to care for this natural resource.
Huge number of Medford residents come out and volunteer. They help us count fish. They help us collect water quality samples.
The Mystic River snakes through the west side of Medford. Parks along the river are a portion of the 300 acres of open space in this city, including Torbert McDonald Park.
This park itself was built in 1970 when they moved the river to build the expressway. It's home to almost 200 species of birds. This river and this park I have really deep connections to. I mean, this park is where I taught my kids how to bicycle. There's so many amazing people that live here, and there's so many amazing natural resources right around.
In Medford Square, a historic theater is embracing a new chapter.
It's just been a great way to bring more people into Medford and make them aware of what all we have to offer here.
The Chevalier Theater's roots go all the way back to 1939, when it was built as an addition to the city's high school. Following decades of neglect, the community rallied in the mid-90s to revive the theater, says Ken Krause.
The Friends of Chevalier kind of took the lead in rallying the community to invest in this building and bring it back to where it could be usable as a performing arts center.
When Andrew Mather came here for his daughter's dance recital, he saw an opportunity.
Living here for 10 plus years, I had no idea that there was a theater in Medford. And when I came in and I looked up and I looked around, as someone who works in theater, it's like, I gotta talk to my boss about this.
Mather's boss is Bill Blumenreich, entertainment booker and promoter. Medford soon brought the company on to manage the Chevalier Theater.
We have a long history of bringing in the biggest names of comedy with names like Jim Gaffigan, Alana Glazer, Mark Maron, Jonathan Van Ness. We'll have a lot of adult contemporary shows, rock shows, folk shows.
Before Bill Blumenreich took over, this building had 13 shows. This year there'll be 80 shows here and many full capacity.
Mather and Krause, both Medford residents, say the Chevalier has been integral in a growing art scene in their city.
In 2017, there were about 600 arts and cultural events in Medford. This year, there will be over 2,000.
People get so proud when success is happening in their city. Medford pride is a real thing.
And the Chevalier Theater gets its name from a Medford High School graduate.
Yes, Godfrey Chevalier, and in 1922 he became the first American pilot to land a plane on a moving ship. Sadly, he died in a plane crash shortly after that. In 1940, the building was named after him.
He was a pioneer. Coming up, growing the next generation.